All right, today we're going to look at a completely different kind of AI. Seriously, this is not your typical chatbot or creative assistant. It's called the Transcript Directive Engine, and it's built for one thing and one thing only: absolute clarity. Let me just start with a question. Imagine you're in a high-stakes project meeting. A key decision gets made, a critical detail is mentioned, but it's not captured perfectly. What happens when that tiny little oversight spirals into a $1 million mistake? You know, for a lot of professionals, this isn't just some hypothetical scenario. In really critical fields, think construction, law, healthcare, a single misunderstanding can lead to catastrophic rework, nasty legal disputes, and huge financial losses. The stakes are just incredibly high. And this all leads us to what we can call the communication black hole. It's that messy, unstructured space where all the most important details of a project, well, they just seem to disappear. And we've all been there, right? I mean, a key decision is made verbally in a meeting, but nobody writes it down. An urgent action item gets buried in the fifth reply of some long email chain. Someone sends a vague instruction over chat. All these little breakdowns create this huge gap in a project's memory. The fallout from this, well, it's exactly what you'd expect: expensive rework, super frustrating delays, and endless disputes. The crazy thing is, every project does have a complete memory of everything that was said and decided. The real challenge is just capturing it perfectly, without any distortion. And that is exactly where this new approach comes in. We're talking about an AI that goes way, way beyond the friendly conversational assistants that we're all getting used to. And this is where the difference becomes so incredibly clear. Your typical AI, right? It's designed to be fluent and helpful. It guesses, it tries to fill in the gaps for you. The Transcript Directive Engine, or TDE, does the exact opposite. It's rigid, it's deterministic, which just means it follows a strict set of rules, no exceptions. It is purely evidence-based. Its goal isn't to be helpful, it's to be correct. Its default setting isn't to guess, it's to stop and wait until the facts are totally clear. This quote from an independent analysis really nails the architecture. The large language model, the LLM, that's the part of the AI that understands language, it isn't actually in charge. Nope. It's just a tool, a semantic processor, that's tucked inside this rigid, rule-based machine. The machine is in control, not the creative language part. So how does it maintain that kind of control? Well, it operates on 4 core rules, or doctrines, that are totally non-negotiable, and they're what guarantee its reliability. And this right here, this is the core motto. It's the simple equation at the very heart of the TDE. Holding for clarity is always better than guessing. This one principle is the foundation for everything else it does. So let's break these down real quick. First, the non-entity doctrine. This AI is just a tool, it's not a personality. Then there's the directive-first architecture. It is obsessed with finding clear, traceable action items. Third, the priority doctrine, which I find fascinating. It actually puts system safety above making things convenient for the user. And finally, you see its motto in action. If there is any doubt at all, it stops and waits for a human to step in. The priority doctrine has this incredibly powerful idea baked into it. Usefulness is a byproduct of correctness. Just think about that for a second. Most AIs are designed to be useful first and foremost. TDE flips that completely. It believes that if it is perfectly correct and reliable, then its usefulness will just naturally follow. That is a radical shift in AI design. Okay, so we've covered the why behind all this. Now let's look at the how. This is the clarity pipeline. It's the exact process TDE uses to turn all that conversational chaos into structured, totally reliable data. It's really a 4-step process. First, it captures all the raw communication and just cleans it up. Then comes the critical step, triage. This is where it sorts every single statement. Is it clear? Is it kind of ambiguous? Or is it just incomplete? Next, it processes the clear stuff and escalates everything else to a human. And finally, every single action gets logged in an unchangeable audit trail. And the numbers that come out of this triage step, they reveal something pretty powerful. In a typical project, only about 45% of our communication is immediately clear and actionable. A massive 55% is either ambiguous or incomplete. A normal AI would try to guess its way through all that ambiguity. TDE just refuses. And this really gets to a core philosophy. Ambiguity isn't a problem for the AI to solve. It's a fact of life that needs to be managed. The TDE's job is to systematically find every single point of uncertainty, map out the possible meanings, and then present them cleanly to a human to make the final call. So, what's the big payoff for all this rigor? This brings us to our final section, building an AI that's actually designed for accountability, one that creates a single, verifiable source of truth for an entire project. And this is the end result. It's not a long, rambling summary. It's a clean, structured table of directives. Just look at D019, a crystal clear action physically tore nearby 3-bed-down plan, assigned to a specific owner, the client, with a draft status. Everything is organized, it's trackable, and there's no ambiguity. The benefits here are just huge. You get no more lost decisions. You have a defensible, auditable record that massively mitigates risk. And over time, it actually forces teams to start communicating more clearly with each other. But most importantly, everyone is working from the exact same playbook, a single source of truth. This final quote just captures the whole transformation perfectly. The TDE takes the amorphous act of conversation and turns it into a structured, verifiable data stream. It creates a system that isn't just intelligent, but is fundamentally responsible. So that leaves us with a final thought. Is this the real future for AI in serious, high-stakes environments? A shift away from just being intelligent towards being provable and demonstrably responsible. What do you think?